Hello, welcome to Kent Beer Reviews. Right, this is part one of a two-part review, really. This will be the first review on the Saturday, and the second part will then follow after it. And the reason will be clear in a minute. Right, I've got a beer from the Time and Tide Brewery out of Warmer in Deal. I think this is one of the last cans that I've got to review now. There may be one other new one since, but the main canning that they've done I've already covered, and this is part one of the last couple of cans. So there you go. And I've never had a beer from like this before. It's Time and Tide's Root of All Evil Beetroot Hefeweizen. As you can see, it's coming in 8% ABV and 30 IBUs. I'll get into what it's obviously it's brewed with beetroot, cooked beetroot. I'll get into the malts and the hops and the yeast in a minute. So this will be very interesting. Hopefully it won't go everywhere. Little hiss on opening the can. And the foam is pink. It's just like, I've never had a beer with beetroot in it before. Look at that, it's coming out of the top there. Look at that, very carbonated. I thought it might be. Yeah, let that settle a bit, that's going to take a while. There's a good 2-finger off-white pink coloured head. Look at the vividness of that. Very well carbonated. Being a Hefeweizen, don't forget. It's going down fairly quickly. Yeah, it's sort of a pinky kind of. Looks like one of them flavoured ciders that you can get now. That kind of colour. Very interesting beer. It's going down fairly quickly. It's about just over a finger ahead now. Let's get an aroma on this beetroot Hefeweizen. Actually, it still smells like a Hefeweizen. You're still picking up them spices, the clove. Here's the beer again, if you missed it. There is that beetroot tea-ness coming through, if that's a word. But it's not massive. You're still picking up the yeast, Hefeweizen yeast. It's 8%. Lovely looking beer. Really impressed with this brewery, I have to say. I've got a playlist. I've got, I think, 7 reviews on it. So this will be the 8th, and there'll be another one later this afternoon. I'm reviewing this the day before, on the Friday. Smells nice. Let's give it a try. Cheers. Very, at the front end, earthy. So that's the first thing I picked out, is the earthiness. Then the juice of the beetroot is definitely coming through. Sweet. Just after that initial earthiness on the first taste. You're not picking up the alcohol. Not at all. 8%. I mean, I don't think this would be the beer that you would drink a lot of, to be honest with you. Not this one. Nice to try beer so far. The spiciness is coming through. It's not, you're not getting that big banana taste that you would associate with a Hefeweizen. Obviously the beetroot is taking something away from that, from the yeast, but you're still getting that kind of slight cloviness of the spice. That white pepper on the back end. Very interesting beer. Brilliant, really. You're picking up this more of a medium body now, coming through the more sips you're having. Definitely a medium body. No alcohol. Fairly easy drinking. And I'll imagine if you was outside drinking this, very refreshing. It's just starting to pick up to a heat wave here in the UK. As I say, I'm recording this the day before it comes onto YouTube, so this is the Friday evening. Let's try and get a little bit more in. I'll pour it slowly this time. Looks like a fruit juice. See what it says on the can. Right. The malt is Pilsner, malted wheat, Carapils, flaked barley and beetroot. The hops are Cascade, Yeast, Hefeweizen. Original gravity is 70, the IBUs 30. I'm not sure what FG is. It's 10. EBC is pink. Please drink fresh when the beets are at their happiest. I've never heard that before. Best before the 22nd of March 2017. So yeah. It's canned conditioned. By the looks of it, it's going a slight, yeah, it's murky now. Look at that. That cloud just there. Let's see if that's changed the taste. Oh yeah, it's much smoother now. Very smooth, with the added yeast at the bottom of the can. More rounded beer now. As for a rating then, on this very interesting beer out of Deal in Kent, Warmer, which is just to the south of Deal, literally. You know what, I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. I think that's an A beer. It's in the lower 90s out of 100. It's a nice beer. Very nice. Very not unique. Very nice to try. This brewery is really experimenting with their stuff in Kent. I think you can get this beer on maybe Ales by Mail, I'm not sure. But yeah, I've had this can for a fair while. Anyway, yeah, very good. There's some information about the brewery. timeandtidebrewing.co.uk in black just above the barcode. 330ml can. 8% ABV. Not picking up the alcohol. As for a rating, as I said, I've already given it 8 out of 10 from me. If you've had this beer before, let us know. If you wait a few hours, or if it's a few days, months, years down the road, check out my following review. It's related to this one. Cheers for watching. I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.